All they'll see is rolling stone. Soon they'll be a pile of bone. with me and I'll wreck your home. Nothing is free unless it's stolen. Listen to me, that's not your goals. I should know I'm very old. I am very old. I'm going to explain a little something about relationships. Imagine a cat, and it's playing with a ball of yarn, and it's kind of dumb, and it gets tangled up in the yarn, and it can't get free of the yarn. It's trapped in it, and it's trying to get untangled. And imagine somebody watches a dog show up, and it starts to attack the cat, and the cat could have escaped from the dog very easily if it wasn't tangled up in yarn, but because it's trapped in the yarn, the dog is able to hurt it really bad and keeps biting it really hard. And so the person who sees it starts laughing really hard. They can't help it. They're not really mad at the cat. They're so happy with the dog as they're just busted out laughing because it's just too funny from their point of view to see the cat get tangled up in yarn and not being able to escape from the dog. And the cat notices the person's laughing at them. And because the cat remembers the person laughing, when they see something bad happen to the person, they start laughing. Or it's amusing from the cat's point of view to see the human get hurt, because the human laughed when the cat got hurt. They can't help it. And so what I'm trying to get here is there's a relationship that causes the cat to experience some uncontrollable elation. They're healed by the fact that the human got hurt. They feel better because the human got hurt. The fact that the human laughed at the cat hurt the cat and made it suffer an embarrassment. And now the human is suffering an embarrassment, and so the cat feels better. And so the point I'm trying to make here is that you should not necessarily derive pleasure from watching other people suffer or from watching animals suffer, but you should notice that they're hurt and they heal. And so you could find this to be a good reason to injure anyone or to injure an animal. And I'm saying don't use this as a good reason to injure them, but understand that they can't help it and you can help it, that you actually suffered and healed as a result of someone else suffering. And I'm not going to really preach to you about this. I'm just going to tell you I'm not trying to get you to hurt animals or hurt people. This is how this relationship works. I'd just like to add that this is how someone acquires debt, and eventually you feel like they deserve something bad to happen to them. And this is purely a result of knowledge of what they've done wrong. It might be real or imagined. You might actually assume that someone is guilty, and it still has the effect of making you think that they deserve some kind of problem. And that causes you to be elated at the thought of them getting hurt sometimes. And as powerful as forgiveness is, certain things are not easy to forgive. Whether they are real or a product of your imagination, they still cause you to dislike someone, and to let go of that animosity and contempt, that feeling that you want something bad to happen to them. It relieves a burden from you more than it does from them. You're actually hurting yourself to hate someone. Hating harms the hater, not the hated. So try to avoid hurting yourself with your own contempt for someone else. People can become filled with meanness because of their habitual thinking and thought processes. And if you control your emotions and dwell on things that make you happy, you're much less likely to do anything wrong to anyone and to become someone who you believe is in debt and does deserve something bad to happen to yourself. Because as much as other people might not suspect you, you suspect yourself if you did something wrong. For your mental health and your happiness, you should be careful to remain as innocent as possible and to deserve to be happy. People who do not believe that they deserve to be happy are sad or angry or stressed, and you might not feel guilty even though you are. Some people are devoid of a conscience. All the same, a guilty conscience could be one of the worst things you have for a problem. It could really eat you up inside and make you suffer, and that could lead you to make other people suffer, and that's going to cause them to dislike you. And if you feel disliked, then you're not going to like where you are and who you are, and you're not going to like people as much. So try to remember that you reap what you sow, and if you sow seeds of hate, then you're going to be hated is more likely. And if you sow seeds of love and you like people enough, they're much more likely to like you in return. You try to derive your smile and your laughter from good things and not from bad things, then you're much more likely to like being happy. And the kind of happiness that you feel is much more likely to be liked by others. They'll want you to be happy. They'll be happy too. Unless you want those people to be happy, that's not a good thing. But if you want people to be happy, then you could derive a lot of positive energy and good feelings and joy from seeing that other people are happy. So try to remember this and try to deserve love and try to forgive others so that you feel like you love them, even if they're guilty of something. It is possible to put your differences aside and to get over it. There's strength to be gained from it. It's a good feeling to be tough. It's a good feeling to know that you're not holding a grudge against other people. You captivate and mesmerize. You fascinate and hypnotize. There's something about you that will never die. It must be in the way you keep telling me lies. There are magical charms, I see them in your eyes. Chesley Presley. Look at you with your head in the clouds and your feet stumbling around because of rum. Imagining a time when it was easier to find a reason to need shade from the sun. Noticing a Bronco is better than a goat, but needing a woman 'cause you're dumb. Chesney. Presley.